When you want only the best for your pet, check out AbbybellPetDesigns.com. We offer quality products such as floppy beds, crate pads, round pet beds, pillow slip covers, belly bands, and more. All products come in a variety of colors and sizes, guaranteed to satisfy your pet's particular style. Your pet deserves to be pampered, so shop at AbbybellPetDesigns.com. If you don't see the item you want listed in our shop, just drop us a line and we'll be glad to make the product of your pet's dreams. AbbybellPetDesigns.com. Good morning, Friday, people. How are you? It is Friday. Friday. Friday's my favorite day. Hey, Noelle, how are you? Good to see you. Alan, happy Friday to you. Wayne, hello. Come on in. Hopefully people got notification today. Hey, Brent, how are you? As people are coming in, Friday's slow. Hey, Cheryl. Happy Friday. I know. Good morning. A lot of stuff to talk about today on this Open Option Friday where we talk about anything. Hey, Cully. Hello. Going to do a Gracie update when more people come in. Hey, Gary. How are you? Eric. Good to see you. Good morning. Yes, good morning. David, how are you? Good to see you. Hopefully Facebook will hold out for us today. Hey, Lori. They cut me off yesterday. They tend to cut me off, so we'll see what happens. Good to see everybody. Hey, Robin, good morning. Alexis, good morning to you. Mel, hello. Good morning. I'm going to quickly read to you Psalm 67 as people are coming in. Hey, Tanya, good to see you. I was just fixing to ask about her. Okay, cool, Wayne. We're on the same page this morning. Hey, Jennifer Lopez. J-Lo in the house. Hey, Carmen, how are you? God be merciful to us and bless us and cause his face to shine upon us, that your way may be known on earth, your salvation among all nations. Let the peoples praise you, O God. Let all the people praise you. Let the nations be glad and sing for joy, for you shall judge the people righteously and govern the nations on earth. Let the peoples praise you, O God. Let all the peoples praise you. Then the earth shall yield her increase. God, our own God, shall bless us. God shall bless us, and all the ends of the earth shall fear him. Amen. Hey, everybody. Marlene, Julia, Angels, how are you? Good to see you. All right. Before we get started, a couple of quick prayer requests. Please pray for Carmen's sister, Cindy. As you know, she's going through some issues with her breast cancer, and we want to make sure that she has healing prayers from God, to God. Hey, Teresa. And that God would heal her and give her peace through this, guide her through this. And so pray for her. Also, Chezzy. Hey, Lynn, good morning. As you know, Chezzy, who comes in here every day. Hey, Bob. She is very ill right now. She is on her way to the emergency room. If everybody could please pray for Chezzy. Pray that God's hand would be in all of her healing. Lynn got no notifications. Hey, Marlene. So please pray for her that everybody gets well. We need people well. I know poor Chezzy. Chezzy has a lot of issues that she has to deal with, medical issues, and occasionally has to go to the emergency room. Hey, Pamela. Okay, so I'm going to give you a Gracie update, if you will. Good morning. How are you, Pamela? And let's see. Where do I start? As I've talked to you before, Gracie has a lot of issues. I don't think whoever she was living with, I'm not sure they did anything with the poor dog. I don't think they took her for rides. I don't think she got to go for walks. I don't think she really did anything. She has anxiety issues that she's dealing with, and we are trying to help her through each and every one of those issues. Working with her has become a full-time job. It really has. My husband and I kind of realized that one of the reasons maybe God gave her to us is because I know without a doubt that nobody would work with her like this. They would just take her back and she'd be put to sleep. I know that. I'm not saying that for anything for me. I'm just saying that because I truly believe that would be the case. Hey, Bob, because of the fact that she has so many issues. And we're hoping that we continue to work with her because she's so young. She's only 2. I found out yesterday from looking at some records that I found, she turned 2 about 5 days before she was due to be put down, which is very sad that it could have ended that way. But one of the things that we found, I told you she kept chasing her tail, and we didn't know, what was going on. We've taken her to the vet twice. We've taken her, the Humane Society had her. On closer examination of her tail, she has actually, like sores on her tail, either where she's bitten her tail so many times, but it's all the way up, and I don't think it is. Good morning, Junior. Bless you too. Hello, Jacqueline. How are you? Robin said, glad she's with you and your husband. Gracie needs the guidance and love. She needs a lot of guidance and love. She really does. But we noticed that on her tail. I had called the vet's office again to say, hey, can you give us something to go on her tail, because it's bothering her, it's itching her, and she grabs her tail. Well, of course, they wanted to see us once again and get more money from us. I mean, it's just amazing. They said, oh, well, you'll have to come in for that. So anyway, I went and sort of proactively went down, hey, Ann, good morning, to the, like to a PetSmart. I know, Lynn. I'm telling you, they love that money. And I got her this called, I don't know if you can see it. Let me try to put it a little bit closer. It's called Skin Tonic. And it's a skin tonic oil. It's soothing relief for pets and people, actually. And it calms irritation, supports skin health, and it's antibacterial and antifungal. Cheryl, we use Neosporin. Neosporin really did not do the trick. I don't know why. Neosporin typically does. This, on the other hand, has been really good. Let me tell you if I can find it. Okay, here's what it has in it. It has organic oils of neem. Never heard of that. Sesame oil, coconut, grapeseed, apricot, kernel, castor, lavender, cedar, and lemongrass, and vitamin E. This so far, please keep your fingers crossed and your prayers going. This so far has really helped her, where she's not noticing her tail that much. We do have her head in a right now it's in a round skin oil. Yeah, I mean, basically it's for people and pets. We have her head in like a donut to keep her from biting herself. Hey, Lisa. We had her in a comfy cone, but we have only the smaller size. You know what? It's called Wonder Side Natural Products. So probably, Alexis, you can go online, WONDERCIDE, and it's called Skin Tonic. Yes. And like I said, we have her in a donut. Hey, Danielle, but we're getting a bigger comfy cone because we had a small size. We need a medium. So we've ordered that. It's supposed to be here tomorrow. You can't find them anywhere. I don't know why, but they're the cones that are very comfortable. Hey, Jacqueline, you move over to Periscope. Good. We're also putting this on her. It's called Bitter Yuck. So you spray that on. Skin Tonic is for dogs and for people, Danielle. It's for either. And this leaves a very bitter taste in her mouth so that she won't bite anything. Oh, Lynn, they're excellent. If your dog ever has to be in a cone, get a comfy cone. It's not that hard plastic. Oh, yeah, that's the colloidal silver. Yeah, and I know that's really good. That'll be the next step if if this doesn't work. But so far, it seems to be pretty good. So, keep us in your prayers. Keep Gracie in your prayers. Gracie's got a lot of work that needs to be done on her. And we're trying, every day just to make baby steps. So, just pray that God will show us some good signs that what we're doing is paying off. Neem oil is very good for a lot of things. Even can use on plants. Oh, wow, for aphids and other bugs. Wow. Thank you. My mini schnauzer has princess skin. Aw. What's princess skin? You just mean great skin? Or, hey, Jerry. But this skin tonic, I mean, seriously, when I put it on, I get it on my hands. And it's a boy. It's a boy. Oh, okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. All right. Hey, Dixie Doodles. Yeah, delicate. Right. Okay. Gotcha. Hi there. Doing a CT scan, fluids, and meds. Oh, Chesy's online. Chesy, we just prayed for you. Everybody prayed for you. So we're hoping everything is fine with you. Hello, Harley. Good to see you. Wonder if it works for hotspots. Cheryl, yes, it does. One of the things that it's absolutely for is hotspots. It's antibacterial, antifungal, really works on hotspots. It says dry, itchy skin, insect bites, skin irritations, burns, rashes, hot spots, blisters, and more. This thing is just, because it's all natural, it's very good. Was it a problem emotionally? Are you asking Lynn if that's it with Gracie? I'm not sure. Yeah, I think you'll really like it. This thing is about $17 for this size. I have a bigger size. It's about $17.95 or something like that. So, but well worth it. I don't know, Lynn, about the emotional issues of Gracie. Unfortunately, we don't know her background. I do know that someone taught her how to sit, and that's about it. She barks at everything. We're teaching her with a clicker not to bark at things. We're giving her treats. Hey, Lee, good morning. So we're hoping that, so far, so good. She'll take 2 steps forward, 3 steps back sometimes. So we just have to, she's very food aggressive, cheaper than the vet if it works. Noelle, we took her to the vet twice, and the twice, they didn't even look at her tail. I mentioned that she was chasing her tail and trying to bite it. This is before I took an closer look at her tail. But as a veterinarian, if you're told that, you would think that you would look at her tail to see if there were some issues going on. I told 2 separate vets 2 separate times, and neither one of them looked at her tail. So, I'm not supposed to be the veterinarian here. They're supposed to be. And I just happened to look at it, do a close examination, felt of it, and could feel like the sores all the way down it. Hard for her to concentrate on learning while she's miserable, I imagine. Absolutely, Lori. So much pain. Well, time to find a new vet. Noelle, absolutely. Lazy Doc, yep. Okay, I'm out. Just wanted to update. Thanks for the prayers. Chesy, feel better, and thank you for keeping us updated. Food pure, no chemicals. I give her I can't remember the name of it right now, but it's boar's meat and beef, and it's a very high grade premium food that I give my other dogs, and I buy it at a specialty thing. So her food is really good. The food she had was no good, that she was getting at the Humane Society. No fillers, none whatsoever. And the thing of it is, too, again, she was even at the Humane Society, and nobody bothered to look at her tail. Hey, Teresa. So not only were there 2 veterinarians, but there were veterinarians at the Humane Society that did absolutely nothing to help her with her pain on her tail. So, come on. Sending love your way, Chesy, Lee said. So anyway, that's the Gracie update. Yeah, Teresa, you may want to go back and see what we've been doing with. I gave you a Gracie update, information about her tail, information about stuff to get the skin to stop reacting, steroids by mouth for 2 weeks. Lamb rice, sweet potato, salmon, good for allergies in dogs. She may have a yeast infection on her skin. Lisa, I think one of the things that may happen with her, there's no grain in the food I give her at all, Jerry. Need to roll back. I missed the beginning. Yeah. No problem. You can watch the replay. I forget what I was going to say now. Oh my gosh. Once it's over, no more steroids. Yeah, that I don't know if she's going to need steroids, but what I was going to say was, now I remember, on her tail, I think what could have happened while she was out wandering around as a stray dog, she may have bitten her tail, kind of gotten it infected, and then, it just got worse and worse and worse, and then she started attacking it. Marlene, she seems perfectly healthy except for her tail. She got through her kennel cough just fine. Everything seems to be fine. Bowel movements, everything seemed to be fine. Have you tried aloe vera on her tail? Stops itching. Lee, this stuff is, I think, probably even better than aloe vera. I was going to try that. Let me put it up close. Skin tonic. But again, this has organic oils of neem, sesame oil, coconut, grapeseed, apricot, kernel, castor, lavender, cedar, and lemongrass, and vitamin E. Is she chewing on her paws at all? No, Lori, she's not. The only thing she does is that darn tail. And right now, it's gotten so much better. She's, yeah, castor is great. She looks at her tail now and doesn't try biting it. I've tried wrapping the tail, and every time I wrap the tail, it always comes off. No matter how well I tape it, nothing. My German Shepherd gets a sore in the same spot every summer, Cheryl said. Wow. I've heard about that, Cheryl. I'm doing like everything I can possibly do for her. I mean, seriously. Like I said, we have her head right now in a donut. We're getting a comfy cone that's coming in the mail probably today or tomorrow. And that's going to be a little bit bigger. Yeah, Daniel. I know, Daniel. We've done everything for this dog. I mean, everything to try to save her. And as I said earlier, I really do believe she came to us because anybody else would have taken that dog back and had her put down at this point. And it's sad to say. Hey, Dennis, good to see you. My hypoallergenic dog gets allergies in the summer too, Lori said. Hey, Molly, good to see you. So, again, I'll keep you posted on Gracie. Truly would appreciate your prayers. My dog would get yeast imbalance due to food and bite the feet, raw spots. Wow. Yeah, she's got high premium food, boar's meat, and beef. What does chewing on their feet mean? Usually it means allergies, Cheryl. It could be inside allergies. Also, it could be allergies that they pick up from the grass. Gentamicin spray only by the doctor. Okay. My dog gets rashes in the summer, Molly said. Yeah. So, I mean, again, that combined with this bitter yuck. I think she's starting to like the taste of the bitter yuck, though. I'm not sure that's going to work. Some dogs like the taste. But when she first tasted it, she didn't like it. It can also mean anxiety, feet licking. Yeah. What do you think of the California 3-state split? I'm hoping it happens, Cully. I doubt that it will, but I pray that it does. We need to split California up. She was so fortunate to be adopted by you, Dixie said. Thank you, Dixie. I'm trying my darndest. My dog used to suffer from hot spots. They were bad, Harley said. Yeah, and I think hers is just that she got a tail irritation that nobody looked at, nobody bothered to do anything about. Can we kick them out of the U.S.? Who? You mean California? Cheryl, don't do that. I'm in California. Poor thing, not being able to scratch and itch. Dixie said. Yeah, Dixie, and again, I mean, at least 3 veterinarians looked at her and did nothing. This natural remedy talk reminds me of Cal Sav. My grandma always had that. That dog's prey drive is off the charts. Yeah, Marlene. Cheryl said, I'm just kidding. I know. My husband plays ball with her, and I do too. She has this ball that I found. It's about this big. It's a real soft ball. Absolutely loves to chase that ball. She is as quick can be. I really, when everything gets well within her and her tail and all that, I really want to try to get her into some type of sport that I think, whether it's agility, type thing or some other type. I'll have to look into all kinds of things and see if I can get her into something that involves running. She's going to do well. Thank you, Molly. If California split into 3 states, we'd have that many more Democrat senators. No. Lori, no, we won't, because I'll tell you why. Right now, California is solid blue, and that's how they vote. Democrat leadership, solid blue. If you divide into 3 states, there will be at least 1 state that I'm in that will be purple. So it would be better for, for the people like myself and others. Lexi loves her ball also. Oh, that's cute, Wayne. So yeah, it would turn California partially purple, where right now it is totally blue. So it would give an opportunity. I know some people have said, oh, it's a trick. It's going to give more Democrat senators. It will give, I guess more in the 2 states in Northern California. Cheryl wants to know what CalSAV does. The person who mentioned CalSAV, I didn't see who it was. I think it might have been Kim, but I don't remember. So I think it would be better for California. Now, I don't know if we'll have three governors. I don't know how that works. I would imagine that you would, but I think it's a long shot. Yep, we need to clean up voter fraud first. And no, well, they're not going to do that. You're not going to get voter fraud in California cleaned up unless you start moving towards red. It's not going to happen. They're not going to take them off the voting rolls. They're going to keep them on there. There are more voters on the voting rolls now than there are Californians. So, what can I say? Hydrocortisone cream or spray. Dixie, I tried hydrocortisone spray. It didn't work. Voter fraud is all over. It is, Harley. And some states like Ohio are actually going to do something about it and take those people who haven't voted in a while, remove them off the voting rolls. That's what we used to do. The only state that split was Virginia in 1863, Bob said. Voter fraud is terrible. Absolutely, Molly. It is, a huge problem that President Trump tried in the beginning of his administration to take care of. But of course, you saw that there was so much pushback from the states that they didn't want to do it. When you have states that are doing that, that tells you they're hiding something. I mean, why else would you not want to get rid of voter fraud or dead people on your voting rolls or people who haven't voted or people are illegal? Bag balm was used to keep udders supple, but farmers found it was great for their own skin too, Lisa said. Wow. You'll find most of the time, Lisa, that I've found anyway, that a lot of these home remedies, the natural remedies and the things, like what you find in here, the natural things, are better for you than anything else you can get. It is making some people not even want to go out and vote. I know, Harley, and that's exactly kind of what they want, I think, is to discourage you from voting. Hey, Mark. And so, I think they do. They have a huge problem in the voter rolls and voter fraud. California, I don't know about you guys, but we have mail-in ballots. I would suppose that you have in your states too. I think even more voter fraud takes place in the mail-in ballots because, you can just mail them in. Nobody knows who you are. You could be signing everybody else's mail-in ballot. I'm watching you on TV, movie star. Thanks, Carmen. And so I really wish they would get rid of mail-in ballots, but they never will because people want the convenience. And I get it, but I want my country more than my convenience. And it's so weird. I still have to call the Registrar of Voters to find out why my polling booth now has been moved almost 3 miles away when I could walk to it before at less than a quarter of a mile. And it's still open there. So why am I not allowed to go there? Only seniors can mail in Texas, I think, Dixie said. Well, yeah, but Dixie, I don't even like that because somebody's probably signing it for the teacher. I mean, for the seniors. How can I watch Periscope on my TV, Carmen? Molly wants to know. I think you can watch YouTube on your TV for sure. I don't know how she's doing it on TV. Oh, so it's YouTube. Yeah. Hey, Nick, good to see you. Good morning, my lovely Sue. Our local media trashing the North Korea deal. I wonder what do they know about foreign policy. It sickens me. All they know is that they are liberal, Josette, and that's all they want and need to know in their eyes. True, I was filling in my mother's for Trump. There you go, Dixie. I have YouTube on my TV. I have you on YouTube on my TV, Robin said. I'm also in here so I can type. True. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good morning, Nick. Did everybody like the IG report that came out yesterday? I tell you with that IG report, what's going to happen is you're going to see those lower echelon people. Those heads are going to roll, some of them. But the people at the top, not so much. And as probably you watch CNN, everybody was downplaying that like crazy. Like, well, it's a nothing burger. But there's going to be a continuing investigation. Trump needs to shut down the press briefing for a while until certain people learn respect. Absolutely. Yesterday, watching that was just despicable. That one guy, what was it, Brian Kareem, I think he's from CNN and also Playboy. That guy needs to be kicked his butt right out that door. And Sarah, I wish there was a way that she could have kicked him out yesterday. Here's the thing that I didn't like about what he said. He has a right to ask questions. I don't have a problem. I don't even have a problem him asking questions. Playboy was a clown. Yep. What I do have a problem is him going personal. Oh, come on now, Sarah. You're a mother. No, no, no. Do not even go there. These people, when they start getting personal like that, totally unprofessional. What they said, and then, oh, I went too far. Rude, rude, rude. Yep, Carmen. Matthew 19:14. Bob said, total disrespect for Sarah. Exactly. It was. Treatment of Sarah by the press is disgraceful. Yes, Lee, and getting worse. They're bulldogging her. They're bullying her. And I don't care what people say. That's what it is bullying. You can ask questions and remain professional. Like I said, he could have said, does it upset you? Or, don't even take it to her. He could have said, a lot of people find this outrageous. Moms and dads, you find it outrageous. I care more about Gracie than those border kids, Bob said. Morning crew had to listen to the Fox interview, missed start. That whole interview today, President Trump, 51 minutes. Hey, Carol, good to see you. 51 minutes to the press, unscripted, unrehearsed, just right there on the spot. Now, I guarantee you that the press will come back next week and say, why isn't the president ever speak to us? Why does he never come in here and talk to us? Those people are never happy. Struck, comment, got the president, bias. Yeah, they should escort them out when they act like that. No decorum. I know, Lisa. They are like a bunch of spoiled, bratty kids. Robin said they have no control. As if they are victims, they are breaking our laws. Exactly, Dixie. The thing of it is, with the border kids, people were told if you come into this country illegally, there's a possibility that you're going to be separated from your kids. Okay, as I said yesterday, what parent would do that and put their child in harm's way? First question. Second question is that, what about those children who are being trafficked? If you leave them with their parents, you're not going to find out that these aren't their parents and they're being trafficked. And President Trump doesn't like the whole policy of having to separate kids. But as he said, part of it is the Democrats made this policy and the Democrats are doing nothing about it. Nobody wants to acknowledge it. Nobody cares. But, that's the case. My thing is there would be no problem with separating kids if you didn't come into this country in the first place. It's unsafe until you verify who these parents are, Jerry said. Yes. This morning. Yes, Lynn, he spoke this morning. He was on the White House lawn on Fox and Friends. President Trump came out, spent 51 minutes talking to the press. So, it was amazing. I'm sure, Lynn, you can go back and get the whole thing. You'll see it. But, of course, as he's trying to speak, Obama administration all before had the same policy where they crying then hypocrisy. No, Noel, because it was fine then. It was fine then. Doing exactly the same thing, and it was fine then, but it's not okay now. Yes, love Trump's interview with Steve Ducey. Yeah. Children being brought up with complete disrespect for our laws. Absolutely, Dixie. Our president was great this morning. Yes, Patrick. It was so great. And every time that he would try to speak, what do you got? You have the press who's talking over him. And he literally had to tell people a couple of times, quiet, quiet. That man needs some rest. Hope he plays some golf. I know, Alexis. We should salute our great leader, Trump. Well, we do. So many rude reporters. Absolutely. Like the IG report, and to know that Hillary's emails were penetrated by a foreign actor. Wow, and how's my girl going? Yeah, Josette, you want to watch the replay? I talked about Gracie and gave everybody an update. They're all saying he was distracting from Manafort. Unbelievable. See, no matter what he says, it's not going to matter. And I agree with what he said about Paul Manafort. They went back 12 years to get something on Manafort. And it has nothing to do with Russian collusion. They just wanted to get somebody. Loved it and said he got lots of kisses from Melania, Barbara said. Yep. and saying that Melania was doing fine. Hearing rumors Sarah's getting ready to leave, and who could blame her? Nope, Harley, she's not leaving. That was not a rumor. That was a fake news from CBS. Sarah also said that was fake news, and she loves her job, not leaving. Loved him saying Obama gave away Crimea. I know, Patrick, and he did. He totally allowed that to happen. Never, ever have I, oops, I don't know what that was, but anyway, he said no to that also. Barbara said he's breaking the beaver dams in the swamp. I mean, he is uncovering everything that's ever hidden. I know who they can get if they just want to get somebody. Hillary Clinton, they're not going to get her. Good to hear that she is a rock. I know, Harley. Yeah, it's good to hear about Sarah. Now, as President Trump said, someday she probably will leave because people leave. They come in there for a while and they leave. I hope not, but you know, I mean, she's been there for a while. She may leave after the election. I hope she doesn't. But I mean, who would want that job for 4 or 6 years or 8 years? We love Sarah so much. I know, Molly, she does great. I think we should tell her more often how much we do care about her and love her for what she does. Alexa says Sarah is tough. Hey, Debbie, good morning. Sean Hannity. What about Sean Hannity, Harley? Oh, no, he wouldn't be a good press. I don't think he'd be good as a press secretary. You know, I mean, he's good at what he does, but not necessarily sitting there answering questions like that. If you guys could, we're halfway through. If you could please retweet this and share it, I'd appreciate it. No, Harley, I mean, I think Sean is good at what he does. I wouldn't want to see him leave that to become press secretary. The press is hounding Guilfoyle and Donald Trump Jr. Gowdy stopped short of saying Clinton committed a crime. You know, but the thing of it is, Patrick, remember back when he was talking about Hillary's crime, he said there was no intent. And they're not going to be able to prove that she intentionally got that personal server to give out classified information. There's no intent in doing that. They're not going to get her. Hillary is not going to got for anything. No crimes, nothing. She's going to walk scot-free as she always does, at least where that's concerned. Congrats, I read she was adopted. Yay, so love happy endings. Thanks, Joseph. Yeah, true, unfortunately. Right. But Gowdy just a couple of weeks ago was saying the FBI did nothing wrong. Exactly. Gowdy was bought off. Did you see Obama lied? IG report shows he communicated with Hillary through private emails. Yes, Jerry, and under another name. And they're saying now too, but Obama didn't know it was private email and not government email. BS. Come on. Hey, Max, good morning. Is witness tampering a crime? Yeah, it is. Sarah has a good role model in her father, not a quitter, and integrity and a good sense of humor. Absolutely. Yeah, he absolutely knew, Jerry. Anybody would know getting email from somebody, whether it was government email or not. Good morning, Debbie. So what do you think about this Q guy? I don't think Q is real. Sorry, but he's not. Horse crap, government. There you go, Marlene. She had no intent on smashing the phones. Yeah, or using bleach bit or anything else, Cully. Now, I'm not saying she's not guilty of stuff. I'm just saying as far as the emails are concerned, there's nothing going to happen with that. Even though she, gave up classified information because people, they saw that at least two, I don't know if they're saying countries, but 2 sources got classified information. And you have to know people died because of it. IG report, also HRC emails with classified info were assessed by hostile nation. Yeah, that's what I was just saying, Jerry. But nothing will happen about it because there was no intent on her part. Should she go to jail for, destroying evidence and destroying stuff? Yeah, but why is she above the law? It's called being good at it. I don't think anything is going to happen to anybody. The swamp is just too deep. Could be, Harley. I think what's going to happen, they all covered the tracks, typical Clinton dealings. Exactly, Dixie. It froze when you tried to share, Barbara said. Well, maybe you guys can share afterwards if you would do that too. I think the people at the top are going to be pretty safe. McCabe might have some issues. Comey. The thing of it is with Comey, they said he was insubordinate. He didn't follow the rules, okay? That doesn't mean he broke the law. And if he were still with the FBI, he could, I think, be fired for that, okay? And that's probably what they would do, slap on the wrist, fire him. Now, the question becomes, stand by for more mysterious suicides, Patrick said. Should he have his pension taken away from him? I didn't like McCrae's presser yesterday. Who's McCrae's? I enjoyed your show, God's Views on Political News. Thank you, Dixie. Yeah, we really discussed North Korea a lot. Got into it, some things behind what's going on. Oh, Chris Ray. Thank you. No, Chris Ray, here's my interpretation of Chris Ray. Geez, we did some things that weren't so great, but we're a great organization. We're doing fine. We're going to make it even better. Now move along. The swamp is deeper than what any of us know, and sadly, they will all get by with everything, Robin said. Yep. I think, like I said, Robin, some people will fall, but it will be people like Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, and a couple of other people, maybe McCabe. I don't think anything's really going to happen with Comey unless there's other information we don't know about. He was insubordinate. As I said, if he were working for the FBI still, he could be fired for that. He was fired legitimately. Even the IG found that he was insubordination. The left is going to say, and I think they've already said it, would be my guess, is that, yeah, but Trump said he fired him. He mentioned Russia. So they're going to put it back on Russia still. I want to see some in handcuffs. You won't, Carmen. Hey, Bill, good to see you. Thank you, Susan. You are truly a beacon of truth and reason. Thank you, Patrick. No, Lewis, why don't you go back to your basement? I think I hear your mom calling. So, with Chris Ray, I didn't even like his demeanor. What about the attorney in the report? Which part, Cully? About it's Friday. I know. It's Friday. It's cleaning the basement day. There were so many things in the report. Let's see what other stuff that was in there. Let me find some. I really like the part about where they said that the culture of mishandling classified information at the State Department was so pervasive. That's why they didn't do some of the things that they maybe should have done. I mean, does that not speak volumes in and of itself? The mishandling of classified information was so pervasive at the State Department. Incompetence doesn't necessarily equal criminality. That's right, Ibris. Exactly. And that's why I say if Comey were still at the FBI, he would have been fired perhaps, but about all. Hannity broke it down piece by piece last night. Barbara said, I need a scorecard. I know, Harley, you do. Were they completely alone on the plane? The convo is crucial, but I guess we'll never know. You're never going to know what Loretta Lynch said to Bill Clinton. And the only thing that she came out and said, well, I was noticing it was, I was staying a little bit too long and I thought it might look bad. It's like, no, you needed not to have that conversation. You know what that conversation was about. We all know what that conversation was about. It wasn't about your children. So please spare us. There was bias all over. It's in plain sight. Absolutely bias. Now, next week, the IG is going to have to speak to two committees, I believe the House and the Senate. Noah Pilot said he heard, and now where is he? Yeah, I've heard that before, Barbara, but no pilot to be found, nothing coming out. We're never going to hear about what was talked about. Worry not, God knows. Absolutely, Patrick. Have the others on the plane been subpoenaed? Nope, Dixie, don't think so. Not that we've heard of anyway. But it'll be interesting to hear what the Inspector General has to say next week in the two hearings. I don't know if they're going to be public or not. I don't know if anything's going to come out of that. Losing through known or inadvertent action, classified info is a crime, isn't it? So Hillary gets off. She gets off. She got off. She should not have. Comey, and see, I don't know if the statute of limitations on that. I don't know if there's any going back and trying to get her. I don't know even if there is, if we would do something like that. And, she said she didn't know some of that information was classified. I mean, it basically, she just pleads stupid when she wants to, and it's okay. They let her get by with that. And at other times, she knows it all. So, the Clintons are like, God, they're so good at manipulation. It is bogus, Jerry. And here's another thing that Christopher Wray didn't talk about yesterday. There are 5 people that we've heard of that have been sent over for investigation to the DOJ. My brother was in Indianapolis, and he said you have to shut down while they come in. Huh. HRC will only get justice in death. That's right. She lost the election. They feel that's punishment enough. Marlene said, if we don't convict HRC, this country should be ashamed. Well, we're not going to convict her, Carmen, most likely. Oh, air traffic control, Lynn. Ignorance works in their case, playing dumb. Absolutely. And Obama did the same thing. You know, oh, I found out on the news the same as you did. Woohoo. Here's what Ray didn't say. Even Giuliani says this has gone far beyond getting Clinton. Yeah, and it should be, Patrick. 5 people were referred to the DOJ that work with the FBI. Now, I would think that 2 of them are Strzok and Page. Maybe Bruce Orr is another one. And that leaves the attorney, I believe, that said some things in the report, and one other person. Christopher Wray would not even give a number of how many people were, we cannot make her a cause, exactly, that was referred. He didn't even talk about that. But here's something else that he didn't talk about either. In the report, it said the FBI agents received improper gifts from reporters and routinely spoke to the media outlets without authorization. So in other words, what it appears is that the media bribed the FBI to get information that they wanted, to get the leaks that they wanted. There is a criminal law against that. You can't, as a government employee, allow yourself to be bribed. Yeah, tickets, golfing, events, dinners, etc. It's bribery. It's against the law. It is a federal crime. Those people need to go to jail. It depends what it means, not impartial at all. Yeah, exactly, Dixie. But that needs to be looked into. Hopefully, you know, and this part is not yet complete. The IG has not yet completed that investigation. So this is something that's going to be looked at. Now, it sounds like there's some other things that the IG is going to look at. Report also has on Hillary emails, Comey was briefed on Clinton-linked sex crimes against kids, Noel said. But look at all the things that are coming out of Haiti and what they supposedly did, even with the money in Haiti, meaning the Clinton Foundation. Yes, and all parties involved knew it was wrong. Exactly, Lisa. I'm going to need to take a long ride today. I'm telling you, Harley, get on your Harley and take a ride and let yourself unwind from this stuff. Such cover-ups, no justice. I know. And you know, Jerry, seriously, the left is looking at everything now from the IG's like, yeah, that was a nothing burger. Let's move on. I thought it was other way around, that Dems put out BS info by buying off the MSM. It's the FBI agents basically leaked information, unauthorized leaks to the media, and the media was buying off the FBI supposedly to get this information. That's what happened. Darn near a banana republic. Exactly. And for Christopher Wray, what I was going to say a minute ago, I did not even like his demeanor. That Haiti story never got covered. The Haitians know the money never got to them. Exactly. This is dangerous stuff, guys. It is, Harley. Very dangerous. But, Harley, this stuff has been going on for years. For the whole 30 years plus that the Clintons have been in power, starting back, with Bill Clinton in Arkansas. And so, I mean, what is being uncovered is just a tiny fraction. But for Christopher Wray to stand there and act like there's no problem, to act like, he even said, I don't care. Basically, he said, I don't care what the American public thinks about the FBI. What I do care about is what those people, like, he did say victims, but I wonder if they saw Top Cop doing it and thought leaking was okay, Lisa said. FBI's lost any respect. Why can't the president replace Wray? He can, Bob. But the president came out and said, Christopher Wray is going to make everything all better. And I don't think he's going to. There's something about Christopher Wray that's changed. Nothing to see, move on. That was what it reminded me of. Yes, Harley, exactly. And him saying that he doesn't care what the American public thinks about the image of the FBI. That's a little bit ridiculous. He cares more about what Congress thinks about them. Okay, I get it. Their oversight. Ray bought off. Cheryl, something happened. Something happened when he went over there. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was the Comey syndrome of, oh, these people are so great at the FBI and I'm going to protect them and defend them. Part of the deep state, Harley said. Yeah, I just don't know. But he was very evasive. He had no emotion except for his demeanor was like sort of hard, kind of hardcore. I don't want to answer any questions. There was bias, there were lies, there were bribery, there was collusion. Yes. Where can I find this 50-minute interview by Trump? You can find it anywhere. Fox and Friends, go back on YouTube, look up Fox. You can find it there, Carmen. There was bias all over the place. If bribery was going on, maybe blackmail is too. Exactly, Lisa. Well, Stormy must be disappointed she isn't front page news this week. Exactly, Dixie. She'll have to do something else to get noticed. I don't know what else she could do. She's practically done everything there is to do. So, I mean, there is so much yet to be done. But the thing of it is, every time we do something, it comes out like nobody does anything about it. We talk about it, we come out, and then it's nothing. We've got Mark Meadows, as we said yesterday, upset, wanted resolution against Rosenstein. Nothing's going to happen with that. Nothing is going to happen. I think people believe that Rod Rosenstein is just a great guy. What happens to these politicians once they get there? Are they brain chipped for control? Cheryl, the same thing happens. We are really powerless. Seems like it, Harley. Dear Jesus, come back soon. Exactly, Marlene. It's just like John Boehner. When he went into office, he was a blue-collar guy, had his head on straight, Cheryl. It sure seemed like it on the research that I'd done. Came from a good family. He did have a little run-in with the law, I think as a juvenile. But he went in and he got this big money from the tobacco lobbyists, and it was over. He was bought and paid for. And he's now working for the tobacco lobbyists now that he's no longer in Congress. The report was really nothing new. I know, Dixie. It really wasn't. So, I mean, we all knew that. We all knew it about Comey. We knew about Hillary. You didn't need an IG to investigate. We knew all that stuff. So, again, there's an evil cloud all over D.C. Absolutely, Robin. Marijuana lobbyists. There you go, Lisa. I mean, whoever has the big money, they buy these people off. I'm interested to see who bought Trey Gowdy off. He changes his story every other week. It just gets worse every day. Yep, Harley. And Harley, unfortunately, we are in the end times, and what we're going to see all over the world is going to get worse. Who was bought by tobacco? John Boehner, Cheryl. He passed the public. We have been on it for over a year. Well, and look at Mueller. Now, 150 new blank subpoenas so that we can ride this Manafort thing down into the ground and keep this going so that we get up to the 2018 elections and the 2020, it's still there. Manafort has got some new jewelry on his wrist. I don't know with Manafort. Have a great weekend. Leaving early. God bless all of you. I'm out. All right, Carmen, thanks so much. Keep us posted on your sister. I mean, Manafort should have been something, if anything, that would have been handled by the DOJ, not by a special prosecutor, not by a special counsel. It's ridiculous. Waste of money and time is what it is. And this whole thing about Cohen, will Manafort flip? Flip for what? Bob, flip on what? There's nothing to flip on. The president didn't do anything wrong. And, they keep saying that with Cohen. Was Cohen going to flip? And it's like the president said, flip on what? Didn't do anything wrong. Flip? And I have a feeling there's a lot of dirt on these people on both sides, swamp protecting the swamp. Absolutely, Lisa. You know it. When Rosenstein, if he threatened Congress to say, I'll come after you and subpoena your records, then he's got something on them and they want to have something on him. And Mitch McConnell? What about Mitch? Reporter Judith Miller made a lot of jabs at the North Korea deal. I wonder if she was in POTUS's shoes, what would do these so-called experts? Oh, You see there were two more lovers texts in the report. They are married now, but very clearly resisting Trump during the campaign. Absolutely, Bill. Sold out to pot industry too. Yep, Dixie. And that's the thing of it is, for them to say there's no political bias is absolutely crazy. Does a political bias mean criminality? No. Does it mean that, hey, Life Talk TV, how are you? What it does mean is that we had people who went in to do their jobs with a political slant. And people could say, well, but everybody does. But then you let that same guy who is against, you let that same guy, Peter Strzok, go in and take charge of the Mueller investigation and the Russia collusion against Trump when you know that he has that political bias against Trump. But also, Peter Strzok, don't forget, in the very beginning, looked at all this and said, there's no there there. He knew in the very beginning there was nothing to all of this. And look how far it went and continues to go. But there was nothing there, never was. I just see there's some breaking news on Paul Manafort. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's just that he is in, somebody said he was wearing a $5,000 suit. He wears a $5,000 suit because he has enough money to wear a $5,000 suit. Based on fake evidence. I know, Original. And it's like I saw the other day, and I don't have access to it right now because I have all my platforms are busy. But the amount of money that people going in, meaning Clinton, Obama, only 5,000, I know. I realize that's cheap, right? Oh, he was ordered to jail. I guess Paul Manafort's been ordered to jail. Wow. All right. Comey took a bizarre picture of him pointing to a giant garden gnome, captured it. Comey's Nomi. Comey's a little bit weird. The Clintons will never face justice. That I believe that, Original. I don't think so. But what I was going to say, that the people coming in like President Trump, Obama, and Hillary, what their worth was before they became president, what their worth is now, you will see that President Trump's worth has, and all of his business holding has gone down. You will see that Obama's more than tripled and that Hillary's went up to like 242 million or something from 500,000 worth going in. Who's next? I want the grandfather clock. Yeah, exactly. I don't even look unless it's a $6,000 suit, Wayne said. Wish I was a fly in the Oval Office yesterday. Lynn said, $2 billion down this year. All I want is a decent watermelon before I go back on my keto diet. And be careful, like the melons being recalled in California. Unbelievable. Work in government and become millionaires. That's stealing. Exactly, Original. And again, you go in as Hillary Clinton and Secretary of State with $500,000 is kind of, combined, the Clintons were worth about $500,000. Now they're worth about 242 million. I know what isn't getting recalled. You know what, Harley? They don't tell you. You know why the melons and things like, let's see, cantaloupe, but they were broke when Bill left office. Exactly. And now they're worth 242 billion because they got about 147 million from Russia. The reason like cantaloupe and watermelon, do you know why people get salmonella, from that, or E. coli, whatever? Do you know why they get that? Does anybody know? A judge revokes bond because he hasn't abided by the terms of the bill. Yep, Dixie. The one from Walmart was rotted. Crooks, Robin said. Human wastewater. There you go. Thank you, Alan. They don't wash the outside. Yeah, they basically, people urinate and go to the bathroom out there in the fields with the cantaloupe and the watermelon and everything else. That's why when you get it, you should wash it off before you cut it and eat it. Always. Morning, Susan. I didn't forget you today. Thank you, Ron. Yeah, whoever's picking the fruit is doing that. Yep, I never knew. Yeah, you should wash everything. Yep, that's right, Danielle. They do. It is gross, Big Al. Yuck. I know, Lee. Baking soda soak. Yeah. Russian illegals. Violated house arrest. That's right, Dixie. This is a shame. Yeah, they had said the other day that they wanted Manafort arrested because he didn't abide by the rules. I thought it was coming, didn't know if it was going to happen, but hydrogen peroxide, yep. Hey, Rhonda, good morning. Usually fruit from Walmart can last a month in the refrigerator, Cheryl said. Wow. Let's see, other things. Let's see. Da, da, da. Well, always chill in the bathtub and guess that's why never a problem. Could be. Cleans it off, Barbara. Let's see. Anything. The United States is expected to withdraw from the UN Human Rights Council after the clash over Israel. You're a watermelon connoisseur. I love watermelon too. Did anybody have, as a kid, watermelon contests where you were spitting the seeds out and seeing who could spit the seed the farthest? Yep. If you were from the South, you certainly did it. I know. Seeds or no seeds? Today, Lynn, no seeds. As a kid, seeds. Who put salt on their watermelon? Oh, hell no. Wayne said, oh, yes, ma'am. Not me from the north. There you go. See, original, that you don't do that unless you're in the South. Did Manafort go to jail? Yes, Ron, what I'm hearing, it's the breaking news. He did go to jail. I love spitting the seed, Cheryl said. Cheryl put salt on it. Lynn loves to spit the seeds. I do feta cheese, too. Salt on melons, absolutely. That's a crime, putting salt on melons. You never mix sweet and something with salt. I put salt on watermelon, makes it sweeter. Ugh, not a sweet one. You do not need salt. Exactly. The news is good, but the left and MSM keeps digging for the bad, of course. And that's what they're paid to do, Dixie. If it's not ripe enough, I might put a little on it. Salted, never, never. No salt. Robin says no salt. You people call yourself Southerners and you put salt on your watermelon? Hey, Rhonda. Salt on watermelon is good. Chili powder, too. Oh, my gosh. Are you crazy? Here's something I think is crazy. Did anybody ever put buttermilk on cornbread? Parents told us not to eat the seeds because it would grow in our stomachs. Exactly, Cully. We were told the same thing. Try with feta cheese. You'll never go back. Huh. Salt on melon is a southern thing. I'm from Oklahoma. Bob, I'm from the South. I never put salt on my watermelon ever. Salt and melon, and you eat it with a fresh loaf of bread and butter. Oh, my God. Southerners put sugar in their iced tea. Well, of course, Lori. That's why they call it sweet tea. There's a little, oh, gosh, a little video. It's supposed to be a comedy, comic type video where this woman goes up to the drive-through. She'd asked for tea. The guy gives her tea, and she takes a sip of it, and then all of a sudden he closes the window, and she just spits the whole tea back at him. And they said, you didn't. That's what happens with a Southerner when you give them tea and you don't put the sugar in the tea. I'm from Ohio. Not everyone can pick a ripe melon like me, Lisa said. Robin said, no, just butter on cornbread. I know, me too. Saw that the U.S. economy is estimated to reach at 4% in the second quarter. So great. Yes, Josette. And beans. My father used to put cornbread like in a bowl and put buttermilk on it. Oh, my gosh. That's just so disgusting to me. And he loved it. Last day of homeschool today. Yay. Noelle gets a break after today. That's delicious. Oh, yuck. My son loves sweet tea, Robin said. Sweet milk over cornbread, too. Oh, no, never defile cornbread like that. Sweet cornbread with butter. That's it. It grosses me out. I know, Cheryl. Yes, ma'am, but I grew up in Oklahoma, too, Barbara said. Oh, my gosh. See, some Southerners, too. That's nasty, folks. Cheryl said. Jalapeno cornbread. Not for me. I like the Southern style. Like cornbread pudding? No, not me, Dixie. I don't like black-eyed peas. That seems to be a Southern thing. Cabbage and, gosh, what else do they have? Cornbread and Johnny cake, the same thing? I think so, but I don't know. Cornbread with butter only. Yes, original. Yes. Will Trump pardon Manafort? Not now, Harley, no. he made later. I think that just what did back then. Cornbread with gravy. Oh my gosh, no. Mustard greens. No. Yes, Manafort bail revoked due to recently filed obstruction charges. Yep. My dad put mayonnaise on cottage cheese with nutmeg. Oh my gosh. Shrimp and grits. No, 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 no. Black-eyed peas and cornbread. Oh, blah. No. Oh, that's so gross. Okay. Now I have to go have breakfast, everybody. All right. You guys have a great weekend. Keep praying for all those people who asked for prayers. Please pray for us in getting Gracie on the right track as well. My friend put black pepper on cherry pie. Now that is a crime, original. That's a crime. All right, everybody. Happy weekend. God bless you. Take care. See you again on Monday. God bless. Oh, let me see if I can get this closed down. Take care, guys. All right, YouTubers. Thank you so much. See you again on Monday. God bless. Take care.